We want to raise attention to all the donations that have been happening for Ukraine from the crypto world. Gavin Wood, founder of Polkadot, Kusama, and the co-founder of Ethereum, caused quite a stir when he said he'd donate $5 million worth of DOT to Ukraine if Ukraine opened up a DOT wallet address. Folks decried that there shouldn't be conditions. This was a marketing ploy. He didn't want to trigger a tax event, etc. Eventually, Ukraine did open up a DOT address and several wallet addresses for other cryptocurrencies to meet the demand of charitable giving from crypto Twitter. Joining us now is Alex Simon, founder of Subsocial Network, one of the beneficiaries of the DOT community's generosity. Hello there, Alex. Thanks for joining us. So I'm just curious, how much has been raised so far from DOT, and where are the funds going, and how are they benefiting Ukraine?
Hello, guys. Thank you for inviting me. So it happened 2 weeks ago when Russia invaded Ukraine, and there is such a story that on the next day I noticed that Patreon removed page where Ukrainians collected funds to help Ukraine in different ways, and the reason was that part of funds are going for support military, and this is like against policy of Patreon, and I was super angry on this, that people cannot raise funds to support their own country. So I immediately reacted and asked our core developer that was at that time in Ukraine, and right now he's in Ukraine, and part of our team is in Ukraine, hiding from bombs in shelters and in basements of buildings. It's a very crazy situation. So we decided to react and implement donation functionality on one of our products that is called sub.id, where people can .sama chain from .sama chains, like aggregator of balances and crowd loan contributions. So we implemented the functionality for donations in just 2 days, and I reached out to Gavin Wood over the Friday and Saturday, and I asked him if he would be happy to support us in any ways, either by promoting this donation thing, or maybe donating himself, or maybe his friends would like to support. And he said, sure, we're going to support you. And once we released this functionality on the Saturday, 3 days after war started, or 2 days, and he asked me where the funds will go. I said we are still deciding where to forward these funds, because we decided to react very quickly and collect funds on our addresses, and then to forward them to official addresses when they will be created. So I sent him this tweet where on Ukrainian Twitter account they posted BTC and Ethereum, and then shortly he came back to me and said, I answered if they can create this dot address, I will donate, and can you make sure that they will see this? And then I said, like, okay, sure. And I reached to government's representatives over Telegram, and over the next 1.5 days, they created this multi-sig address. So Gavin Wood donated around 5 million USD in DOT, and during that 2 days over the weekend, we collected on our address about $1.2 million in DOT and KSM and some other .sama currencies. So we moved that funds to that account where Gavin Wood also donated. So, but I saw much more people also donated. I didn't check recently what was the amount, but at least it was 5 million from Gavin and 1.2 from us, and there were like about 1 million as well. So pretty big amounts of funds.
Alex, of course, it's a lot of Polkadot to collect. Who is actually able to receive that Polkadot? Who's able to spend it? In terms of how you're allocating it. I mean, are truck providers able to take in Polkadot? Are food providers able to take in Polkadot? Or do you have to convert it first to another cryptocurrency or to another or to fiat before you pay them?
Yeah, so right now, if you look at different charity organizations that support Ukraine in either military way or humanitarian, lots of them already have accounts in, for example, USDT on Tron or Ethereum, some of them on Bitcoin, and now even in DOT. So I don't work at these charity organizations. I'm not sure whether they convert them immediately or they collect them, and then when they need to spend funds, they are going to convert. But I just know that that account was created by people related to Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine. So these are organizations that was set to transform Ukrainian services, digitalize them, and they did pretty good job for the last years. So we have much more online services through our mobile application. So this were these people who created this address. So they present themselves as innovators and people looking into digitalizing old.
When you say that it is going toward a Ukrainian military fund, a humanitarian fund, when you say military fund, is that going to guns? Is it going to what kind of equipment?
Yeah, they didn't say to me like specifically, but the point is to support army because there is total war right now happening, right? And our army should need some support, like helmets, body protection, and of course guns and everything that is needed for war. Like nothing new here, right?
Yeah.
So
Alex,
some protection, some guns, and so on.
Just following up, Alex, Gavin was criticized for the way that he offered to donate to Ukraine. He was accused of making it into a marketing ploy, but I just wonder what you would say to those critics.
Yeah, I think these people who criticize are very strange. Like the man does what he wants, right? And, to support Ukraine. And for me, I'm Ukrainian. I'm from Ukraine. I lived in Ukraine most of my life. And before this events, I left Ukraine because in news I read that they're going to close airspace. So I thought then I will have no chance to live if I stay longer. So I decided to leave. And I think that I can comment on this. And I think these people are very, very bad commenting in this way. The man does what he wants, right? And he did what he said. He donated. It doesn't matter. And it's not our job to ask why he decided this way.